Duncan against Gobert. To the middle. Here's Leonard. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Now here's Hayward. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Back to Favors. Wide open. Chapman the pass to Hayward. The feed to Favors. Here's the captain. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Got him up in the air with the pump fake and then took advantage.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Parker outside. Aldridge a screen. Parker kicks to Green. Got a piece of it. Back to Duncan. 5 on the clock. The pass to Parker. Shot from 16. Jump shot is good. Here's the chosen one. He carries a very heavy load for him offensively, averaging nearly 32 points a game.
And how good a playmaker has Tony Parker been? One of the best in recent history. The all-time leader in assists for the Spurs over his 14 years there. Just a crafty guy with the ball in his hand.
Leonard can't hit. So Utah will take it the other way. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
Yeah, roadkill is hard to get in this league. I mean, to be a great NBA team, you've got to be able to have that kind of performance on the road. Focused, purposeful, and productive. Really solid.
So it's San Antonio now, following the three-pointer by Utah. Aldridge a screen. Parker dishes to Aldridge. To the paint. Here's Duncan. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And continuing our talk of Tony Parker, the first year he laced up his sneakers, he increased the tempo for that entire Spurs offense, and it continues to this day.
Yeah, and the increase in floor spacing and tempo, a big reason the Admiral, Tim Duncan, and Parker won the championship together in 2003, and obviously Duncan and Parker have won a few more rings since then.
Now here's Favors. 20 points for him last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, and he also did a great job on the backboards, Kev, and that also was a factor.
Here's Chapman. No good. Great D that time from Green. Parker outside. Outside Leonard. Hits the outside fadeaway.
Style and grace from Kawhi Leonard on that one.
Utah with the ball, trailing by 2. And this game, the first chance they've had to see the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, 2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
Yeah, plenty of opportunity here, guys, to get on each other's bad side. I mean, if they weren't already. Should make for some fairly high drama.
Now, here's Parker. He picked up 12 points in their last one against Atlanta.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
They set the pick. Chapman, the pass to Chapman. Out to Hayward. Lots of room. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. guys take the money and run. Gordon Hayward did the best he could to live up to his new contract. Clark last year, a 4-year max deal signed heading into last season.
Yeah, and the way max contracts work nowadays, even the upper mid-tier guys are getting it. A trend that will probably continue, at least in the near future. I don't like it, though. There are only a small number of guys that are really max contract players in the NBA.
West can't hit.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
And when you get back to Hayward, last year his points per game were way up. But really impressive, his shooting percentage. His shooting percentages were way, way up. That's a big step forward, I believe, in his development.
Both good from the line that time.
You know, on the topic of whether Hayward is a true max prospect, he did some things last year to at least argue that he is. He was stronger, a lot more aggressive going to the rim. His defense improved, too. He'll need another year of development like that to silence the doubters.
Now, here's Mills. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage, even though it was all over.
Here's Hayward, and the shot is good. Hayward's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth.
Now, here's Mills. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. West gets the bucket. Jazz have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. The dish to Favors. Passes it to Chapman. Feeds it to Gobert. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
And I don't think there's any question about it, guys. He's got to bring that percentage up. I mean, those are the kind of free throw numbers that will get you in a coach's doghouse and get your teammates a little mad at you.
San Antonio trailing here. Now let's find out what head coach Greg Popovich had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
He has a very specific approach laid out. He told me that they're going to concentrate on working the ball into the paint as much as possible today and taking advantage of what he believes is a significant edge for them on the interior. Guys?
All right, Doris, thanks. Here's the chosen one. Boris Diaw picking up that last basket. Hayward's got space. The good-looking shot from the wing. Hayward's got 6 points. The Spurs shooting 47% here so far. Diaw, the screen. Kicks it to West. Shot off the screen. Gobert with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Here's Butler. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. From deep. Hayward grabs the board.
And that's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case, you've got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on you. There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
San Antonio calls timeout. This season, Clark, the Spurs kept on winning as usual. They passed the Lakers, in fact, for the best winning percentage all time for a franchise.
Well, some of that has to do with the struggles the Lakers had last season, but more of it is credit to the Spurs. Consistency and high-quality play has been who they are and have been for 2 decades.
So Utah ends up going with the new group. Utah's on defense. They lead by 4. And Mills kicks it to West.
And for David West last season, the thought was he might increase his production with Paul George out, but the opposite happened. West suffered his lowest scoring output in a decade, only 12 points per game on 47% shooting. Rough showing for the former All-Star.
And he's good on the second. Jazz leading by 3. There's a screen. Exum sets a screen for Burke. Down low. It's deflected. In transition, here come the Spurs. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
And let's take a look at Boris Diaw. Some stats on him. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's averaging 7 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And for a reserve big man, not a big drop-off when he checks in the game.
Yeah, you know, you want your team to at least hold court when the reserves come in. Don't lose ground. He definitely keeps them solid up front.
Well, Greg, getting back to West, even though his scoring was down, his playmaking was up. You were talking about that. Clark, 3.5 assists a game last season, by far the highest number of his career.
Yeah, one of the very best pros I've ever been around. He's very smart. He's tough. He's all about team. And, you know, he makes things happen. Impacts winning in a lot of ways, and those assist totals indicate that.
Now, here's Burke. He kicks it to Exum. Inside. That's good from Burke on the assist by Exum. And it's a 7-point Jazz lead. Here's Mills looking for his first basket still in this one. He feeds it to West. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts. Burke with it on offense. Here are the Jazz. They're on a 16-7 run. Pass to Wiles. He dishes it to Booker. And Boris Diaw picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Burke with the screen for Exum. San Antonio with the rebound. It's Anderson with the drive. Diaw with a wide open look. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Jazz leading by 3. And here is Burke. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Picked by West. Anderson right side. Left side, Butler. Off the screen. Jump shot is good.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Burke dishes to Exum. And that one comes up a bit short. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Jazz lead by 1. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. And we had the chance to catch up with Greg Popovich, and he talked about how he felt Tony Parker ranks among the league's best players. Pop breaking it down and telling it like it is as usual, Clark. You got to love having a guy like that as your coach.
Without question. I mean, you have no idea how huge that is for a player to get that kind of support and backing from his coach. Is Tony Parker a great all-star and champion? In my book, absolutely, without question. But would he have reached that level without Greg Popovich as his coach? I think even Tony would tell you, probably not.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Hey, sometimes when it rains, it pours, and they have not let up from beyond the arc.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the Jazz. Burke and Exum in the backcourt. Booker out there with Lyles. And it's Hood in at the small forward position.
And it's just hard to imagine the Spurs without Coach Popovich on the sidelines. He's the longest tenured coach in the NBA and has done so much for this team. Easily one of the best coaches in the history of our league.
Burke, the pass to Exum. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Unloads from 13. No good from Booker. And Greg, you know, for Popovich being with the Spurs for so long, since 1996, Clark, he is actually the longest tenured coach in all of sports right now.
Amazing, Kevin, and he's done it through winning. I mean, the third fastest coach ever to get to 1,000 wins. You compare his numbers with any coach in any sport, and they stack up as Hall of Fame caliber.
Clark, this tug-of-war game continues.
You know what? And they just keep flip-flopping the lead again and again and again.
And, guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game. And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Utah trailing here. There's the pick. Burke kicks to Exum. Shot is off. Great D that time from Green. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented. For plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
Hood kicks to Booker. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. Booker's got his second bucket of the night. Now here's Parker. Burke covering. It's Parker with the drive. Pass to Leonard. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, you know that Kawhi Leonard has an incredible reach with his arms, but even his hands are just massive, measured 10 inches long and 11 inches wide. Wow.
Well, to give some perspective on Leonard's hand size that Greg was talking about, Clark, those measurements, 11 by 10, are what you typically would find on 7-footers. Well, this kid's...
And you talk about momentum. That sort of action delivers a type of energy to your team that you just can't quantify.
You know what? I'm going to quantify it right now, Clark. And this is a close game, and that was something special.
And really, in a game, you guys, in a game like this, though, when you have a chance to send a message, you do. And boy, did he ever on that play.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Hayward. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Hayward's got 8. For San Antonio, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Well, every team goes into the draft looking for finishers like these. Here are the most efficient scorers among this year's rookie class. Well, you look at the captain. And, of course, the chosen one. He shows up in that same conversation.
Well, I think it's safe to say these two have made the adjustment to the brand of defense being played in the NBA. Their shooting percentages are just fantastic.
You know, for the season so far, their efficiency really off the charts, guys. I mean, great shot selection, excellent composure as well. I mean, you really can't tell that these guys are rookies.
And Favors has it in the corner. Hayward can hit.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Dishes it to Gobert. Park down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
These past few weeks, you can see how San Antonio stacks up. 6th in rebounding. 7th in free throw percentage. And they're in the top 10 getting into the passing lanes and coming up with steals.
And they've been strong in the rebounding department, up in the top 10. And it's just not one guy. Really, it's been about the entire group collectively.
Gobert with the block. Here's the chosen one. He's got 14. Like you talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition of that.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, not even through the first half, and it's been one heck of a battle.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
San Antonio again missing. Hayward passes to Chapman. Pulls it up. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And, Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Leonard attacking and stolen by Hayward. Here's the chosen one. He's covered by Leonard. Gobert. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Assist from.
And it's a 5-point Jazz lead. Parker outside. Duncan left side. And that's off the glass and in. Duncan's got 8.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish. And the Spurs last season became the first franchise to hire a female assistant coach. A big step, not just for the Spurs, but really for all of the NBA.
Over in the corner, Green. Misses the chippy right there.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
And with that, the Utah lead is cut down to 1 in the bucket from Tim Duncan.
Pretty passing.
Oh!
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Look at the chosen one. He's been playing really well.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain it.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Now Mills. Quiet so far offense, searching for his first points of the game. Now the feed to Butler. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
You know, that part of the floor, guys, is more or less his real sweet spot, right in his wheelhouse.
Here's the chosen one. He's got 16. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. The chosen one's got 6 here in this quarter. The pass to West. No luck. Gobert with the defensive effort. Utah leading by 3. Diaw with the steal. Anderson dishes to Mills. Puts it up. And he hits the jump shot. Here's the chosen one. He's got 18. Chapman the pass to Favors. Here's the captain. Pass to Hayward. Nice ball movement by Utah. Out to Favors. Drains it from 17 feet out. And the Jazz lead by 3. The Spurs shooting reasonably well, 45%. Now here's Mills. There's the dish to Diaw. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Utah leading by 3. Here's Chapman. Bank shot. No good.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
They get a hand on it. Diaw, the screen. Here's Mills. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Full 24-second shot clock. Second chance shot. Gobert with the block. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Knocks it loose. And Diaw kicks to Anderson. Here's Butler. And finally they hit one. Butler's got 6 points. Utah's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Chapman the pass to Chapman. Out to Hayward. Gobert with a screen on Anderson. Pass to Chapman. To the left wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. David West grabs the miss. San Antonio trailing here. It's Anderson with the drive. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Gobert can't hit. Here's Chapman. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Really an extraordinary game for the captain. 9 points and 5 assists. He's shown some flash with his passing and some grit with his board work.
Yeah, not a combination that too many players in our league possess.
Pick by West. Feeds to Diaw. And he lays it straight in. Diaw's got 6. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
Well, neck and neck. How about that? I mean, ferociously competitive. I mean, tight as me in an airplane bathroom.
That's not the visual I was looking for right now, but there have been a lot of lead changes. Goodness.
Utah with the rebound. The captain's got 7 rebounds in the game.
And you really got to admire Boris Diaw. I mean, he's found a way to kind of reform his game as he's gotten older. I mean, so different than when he was new to the league.
Pick by West. Goes up on the high post. Diaw can't hit.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
To the middle. Here's Chapman. That's good. And now it's a 3-point Utah lead. Diaw lost his athleticism and is a slower player than before. You could argue he's more productive now, though, Clark, than ever.
Well, his game was always on the ground in my mind. He's highly skilled. He's much more cerebral on the floor than given credit. I mean, I think he is really a difficult matchup because he's crafty, he's tough, and he's experienced and skilled.
Chapman kicks it to Favors. And count the basket. He is fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more.
Really got to like how they're getting the ball inside this quarter. They didn't have as much success early in the game, but now they're showing the determination it takes to score the ball inside. You've got to be intentional about that, and they are.
And the Spurs making a change here. Leonard's checked in. 36 seconds left in the first half. To the paint. It's tipped and stolen by Favors.
They have a 2-for-1 situation if they go quick.
Yeah, I don't think they have to rush, though, Greg. Just need to find a good shot this time.
Another miss by Utah. Spurs trail by 4. Pass to Mills. He kicks to West. Leonard attacking, and that's on bottom. San Antonio will retain possession. Just 4 seconds left to play here in the half. Mills, and some nice defense there to end the quarter. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. He got it up. And a pretty tight.
All right, Kevin, here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
I would call that a competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here welcoming you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. From the get-go, it was Utah that came out strong. Their lead at one point was up to 7, and they had some real nice momentum going. Most of their well-earned lead evaporated, though, as they ended up with just a 2-point lead at the end of one. They battled hard in the second quarter and were able to end up with a 4-point lead, all said and done at the end. And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. What can you say? The chosen one, an impressive effort here today.
And the thing I noticed most in that first